Hello, I'm Scott Brown and welcome to Green Wind and Other Home Energies. This is my lovely wife. This is a prop that we're carving. If you look down here on the sides, this is the line I'm cutting down to. You see me in the other video cutting over to it. And on this side, the red line is what I'm cutting down to. I've got some help from my wife today because she's going to help me to make sure I don't pass this line.
Got two lines here. Which one are you trying to get stay above?
The bottom one.
Okay. Don't go any further on this side.
Thank you. Cut the video.
How do you cut it?
Now what we've done is to make sure that we haven't come past this bottom line here, because this topping was a mistake. I don't care if it's up above it because I can come down to it and we can measure and do that. This is on the leading edge side. This is the flat side. This is the curved side. I've kerfed. That's what they call this, kerfing. This is the red line. This is what I brought the other side down to. Now each one of these little cuts is at a perfect flat angle. You can see coming up through right there. It's a flat angle from this line to this line. All of this wood gets knocked out real easy, like I showed in the last video. Each one of these just runs from there all the way on up. Now when I plane all of this off, this whole surface right here will be flat and it'll be right where it needs to be. And you do this all the way on down. Now this line here stays the same. This is the trailing edge. This is the leading edge. And as you see, it's got an angle that comes all the way up to the very top corner of the board here. And it tapers down here and comes all the way on here. Up here, this will be about 8 to 12 degrees. And out here at the end will be 3 degrees. You can see it's a little higher here than it is over here. And then all of this gets a little bit of a curve. 1/6 the distance of this should be the thickness. This is a little thin at my tip. I'm not going to worry about that. 1/3 the distance. See, here's the whole distance, or the whole width of the blade. Here's 1/3 and here's 1/3. 1/3 from the leading edge should be the peak of that Venturi curve. Now this is a nice little trick that you can use. See how the blade goes in, and I can see it in the mirror. And I can also see this end at the same time where the blade is. That way I won't have to cut past my line and I can see both ends. You can use a hacksaw for this. You don't have to be rich. Anybody can do this. Matter of fact, when you get down real close, sometimes I use this just to get that high spot in the middle and take it down without going past my lines. I'd rather not cut too far. I'd rather cut just up to it or before it, and that way I can cut out what I want. I prefer to be on the high side of the blade or the leading edge, and knowing the same line all the way down, it kind of gives you a feel for the other side. Here I didn't kerf down at an angle like this. I kerf straight across, and then when I come straight across and I go ahead and kerf down to the other line on the other side, I can see where I need to be because it'll be on an edge. Angle at the top here. Here's where the edge of the circle is. I kerfed like this down to this line, up to my edge. And up to my edge here, I kerfed over here and one down across here. The rest I'll grind off later. So this, I did it kind of thin, as you can see. That's just too easy. And you can see just how perfect I take it over to here. I wind up having a nice, perfect kerf on this edge. And when I cut from this side over here to my red line up to here, I won't have to wonder how far down I am. I can see it. That's just a nice tip and hint for making this go fast. This took me about 5 minutes, and another 5 minutes over there. And that makes the job easy. The reason why I was doing this with a skill saw is to show you that we could do it with a skill saw by setting your blade depth down the side so far to a line, and as you come up, you finally come up to the line, then you go ahead and raise your blade up a little more and you go on over some more. And it kind of does like this is high, and then it gets close, and then it's high again, and then it drops down. And it removes a lot of wood out of your way to make it easy. This prop could be done a lot faster, but just trying to show and explain things. I've done enough of them. I just basically wanted to show you how it can be done.